Well, if this doesn't get you up for a cold approach session, I don't know what will. Okay, so we're about less than a minute after that previous video finished. I was straight into my first set. It was two tall European-ish looking girls, and I went over to them and said, "You two look like beautiful statues stood there." And they were kind of like, I don't know what they thought of that comment. It's just what came to my mind. We had a little chit chat. They were from a country called Montenegro. I've lived in the Balkans, so we had a little bit of banter about that. Sometimes these Slavic girls can be quite stoic in their facial expression, and I got a vibe like, okay, good open, good little combo, but I'm not getting anything back here particularly. So I said, you know, nice to meet you both, have a great day, and we move on. But that's what I would describe as an intermediate open, because I'm going in with the compliment from the get-go. And so as we get closer to the mosque here, we're going into some more advanced territory. But yeah, my plan is certainly to focus on the Euro girls. So that's one down. Let's just keep things going. God bless that girl. So I did go in for one direct compliment. The mum sat there, the mother in the full veil. Right, I'll tell you what, man, this is a fucking session. I'm actually starting to enjoy it. This is how mental cold approach is. The girl liked it, but she had the look of like, oh my god, there's like a triple level of like things going on for that girl. A normal girl is big enough, you know. A girl here in front of the fucking hatch. Oh yes. So yeah, I'm gonna go get some food. I've actually got a buzz off that one. I got a buzz off that one. So session has commenced. Okay, I've done compliment number 3. Fuck my life. This is the hardest. You hear the call to prayer there. This is the hardest approach situation I've ever seen. I think it's the hardest anyone's ever seen, to be honest with you. Oh my god. So I did compliment number 3. I'm gonna go take a break. I need to recover. I'll either go to Taksim this evening and just have a wander up there, hopefully be less coppers and stuff, or I might just go out. I might just go hit some nightlife just to show you guys maybe a couple more approaches while I've got a little bit of free time. Good evening, brothers. So I've been back to my hotel. I managed to reset, and after that little mini session this afternoon, which ended up being 3 direct approaches between the Hagia Sophia and the Blue Mosque in that public space there. 3's enough. So that box has certainly been ticked, and now I'm going to go over to a different location which was recommended to me by a member of the entourage, Richie, and I'm just going to basically see what's going on over there. The plan is to do another couple of approaches, again direct, very direct. That's intermediate level. The daytime approach is to go with a direct compliment and just go from there. So cheers mate, thank you. So yeah, I'm gonna get the tram over now and we will reconvene over the other side. I think I may order myself a Turkish tea. Okay, so 3 approaches done this evening in Taksim. I went to the place that my friend recommended. It was completely dead, so I thought, well, at least up here I know there will be people, at least. So yeah, got my 3 direct approaches done. Intermediate level is basically where you go up and you start with a bold compliment. You start with a bold compliment. You'll feel yourself putting it out there a little bit more, you know, and usually the response is a stronger response. If they like it, they really like it, and if they're not interested, you see that straight away. So that's what I would say an intermediate level is. But it was good, direct approaches. Actually, nothing came of them today. Nothing came of them today. The best one was this morning, ironically, and the best one was the girl who was with her mom in the Vale. I could see visually she really liked the approach, but then after a certain moment of time, it was almost like a wave of fear came over her, like, oh shit, what am I doing talking to this guy, white guy in front of the mosque, and my mom's here. It was, yeah. So that's day 2 of my little approach diary here in Istanbul. How would I review things so far? I would say this has been probably the most trying approach environment I've been in for quite a long time. I've approached in a lot of environments. This would be up there with one of the more difficult ones, if not the most difficult. There were some exceptional circumstances. Yesterday, the insane police presence in the streets of Taksim yesterday evening really put a dampener on the feel. There was a menacing feel last night in the streets, which meant I didn't get any further session done last night. The other thing actually this evening has been the main street is so crowded. It's so busy. There's so many people. It's almost like you're just coming out of a football match, and like I actually find it slightly overwhelming. And the ability to find the approach to begin with, or the ability to, let's say you see one and they go past, the ability to actually go back and chase them, it's just much more difficult. So I actually wouldn't recommend doing daytime approach in Istanbul. Based on these 2 days, and based on my experiences of approaching in, I don't know how many countries now, maybe 10 different countries, daytime, I wouldn't really recommend daytime approach here. I'd probably go nighttime. Obviously went out to the salsa night the other night, that was good. And I think the benefit of nighttime here would be selection bias. So the girls who are out in clubs at night in miniskirts, they are the liberal local girls and they're the foreigners. So you're getting a concentration of the more attractive and more liberal girls. Solo, difficult. Maybe with a wing it would have been a little bit easier, could have pushed each other, had a bit more fun. You know, solo definitely was not fun today. If it hadn't been for the fact I wanted to make a review video, I wanted to actually, in a way, explore this frontier for guys. I likely would have just jacked it off after this morning, in all probability. There are enough obstacles in your mind with cold approach as it is. Coming out to a place like this, that you got 50 new obstacles, basically making it, you know, borderline impossible, in my opinion. So that's my review of cold approach Istanbul. It's my last day tomorrow. I ain't fucking approaching tomorrow. Fuck that. I've got to do an advanced video, whatever that actually means. I won't be doing it here, that's for sure. So yeah, that's my approaches in Istanbul done. Great city to visit, to swan around in, to hang out in. In terms of doing an approach here, man, fucking hell. Headache. So I actually do like to enjoy sessions as well. I really do like to go out and enjoy it and have fun on a session. That's the way, ideally, I love to run it. it's not really been possible this time out. So we'll leave things there. Hopefully that has been useful. The idea of this video and the previous video is just to introduce you to this format of approach. It's one format of organic approach, street approach, daytime approach. It's one format. Other formats would absolutely be nightlife, doing it in, you know, a dance workshop, whatever. That's also another approach as well. But it's all organic. Social life is obviously another one as well. That's something I'm actually going to talk about a lot more, in a lot greater depth. There are all these ideas of received wisdom of, you know, nightlife is the best, daytime is the best, and the other ones are rubbished. It's all garbage, to be honest. Like, actually, social circle is actually the best by quite a margin. Yeah. The issue is most people who get into game don't have a social circle. So that's the hey guys, you're right. So that's the issue there. If you're living a nomadic life like me, what are you going to do? You can't take a social circle out with you. You know, you can't take 25 people out, you know, year round with you. So it's very difficult. So cold approach and nighttime are really good ways to go. I'm not even against using apps, to be honest with you, but yeah, I don't have an ideology against it, but I do think organic. We're talking about finding your wife. Come on, let's go for organic. So we'll leave things there for today. I can go on too many topics at times. I'm gonna just enjoy the rest of this stroll, and that is definitely a wrap for me from Istanbul. Next time I see you, I will be back in Christian lands, my brothers.